Water is one of our most valuable natural assets. Many agricultural and farming sectors access water through irrigation in areas where there is not enough rainfall or it is too unreliable. It enables farmers to produce crops and pastures in times of drought, significantly increasing the economic security and resilience of rural areas. Irrigated agriculture is a key driver of the New South Wales state economy, producing products such as carrots, potatoes, rice, cotton, dairy, citrus and wine. Irrigation in New South Wales grew products with a total value of $4.4 billion in 2018, and a high proportion of these are being exported around the world. Irrigation in the Murray-Darling Basin has an economic multiplier of 3.5, indicating that for every $1,000 of farm gate revenue generated, there is an additional $3,500 of dependent economic activity created in the economy. Access to water for irrigation is the cornerstone of many regional economies, bringing prosperity and employment opportunities to regional towns. In New South Wales, some 74,000 people were employed in agriculture in 2020. Many are employed in irrigation industries. For example, some 8,000 people are employed within the New South Wales cotton industry alone.
It's really hard to overstate how important irrigation is to the community and the economic bedrock of the community. Agriculture is the only show in town. It is what the economy revolves around. There are three types of agriculture in our community: grazing, dryland cropping and irrigated cropping. Our business has all three of those, and as an example, we employ 10 times as many people per hectare in our irrigation enterprise as we do our dryland enterprise.
Irrigated cropping is also highly productive in terms of crop yields when compared to dryland cropping. For example, in the Murray-Darling Basin, approximately 1% of the basin's land area is under irrigation, yet it produces 30% of the value of all agricultural production, generating a farm gate income of some $10 billion per year. While irrigated agriculture provides significant economic benefits to the state, the New South Wales Government recognises the key need for our water resources to be managed fairly and transparently for the benefit of all communities, downstream users, the environment and the broader economy. In the northern Murray-Darling Basin in New South Wales, irrigators source water from rivers, creeks and groundwater. But they also capture water from floods flowing across their properties, which is stored on farm for future use. This form of taking water is called floodplain harvesting. Unlike other forms of water sourced for irrigation, there is currently no licensing system in place to regulate the amount of water harvested by irrigators from floodplains. Over the last 2 decades, the volume of water being extracted by floodplain harvesting has increased, which has impacted downstream users within the Northern Basin, such as floodplain graziers, the local environment, and Indigenous cultural assets.
I have seen significant changes in the health of my country, the health of my arteries, the rivers, the anabranches, in my lifetime. And I've seen the change of flow regimes in the Gwydir, the Namoi and the Mihai, and I believe that those changes was a result of not having a regulatory framework around water management.
The New South Wales Government is currently implementing the floodplain harvesting policy, where defined licences will be issued to eligible landholders with mandatory measurement and reporting requirements. Developed in consultation with local irrigators, downstream water users, Indigenous communities, environmental groups and Commonwealth agencies, the floodplain harvesting policy will significantly improve the transparency of water use in the northern Murray-Darling Basin and will allow floodplain water extractions to be managed more effectively.
There's no doubt that the licensing of floodplain harvesting here in the Gwydir will provide broad benefits across all stakeholder groups, both within the valley and downstream.
It will also provide greater certainty for townships and farmers that rely on this water source, so they can continue to prosper and thrive.
For irrigators here in the valley, it provides them confidence going forward about their business. It's an important form of take for them, equating to sometimes a third over the long term of their total water available. And so those businesses need that confidence and certainty going forward, and then the town itself needs that confidence that that industry is sustainable within its legal limits.
The floodplain harvesting policy remains an important reform in the future management of water resources in New South Wales.